Okay. So here's your problem. And first it has to be in standard form. That means everything has to be on the same side. Okay? So, and these are, the r's are just like x's, so if you want to change them to x, you can. But we're going to move everything this way. So the opposite of negative 4r is going to be a plus 4r squared, and we're going to move it over here. And the opposite of plus 12r is negative 12r, and then we got to move it over here. So it's going to become 4r squared minus 12r minus 7 equals 0. This is standard form because we got a, b, c equal to 0, standard form. All right. So we got to find what the a equals, b equals, and c equals so we can use it for our new formula, which is the quadratic formula. A is 4. B is not just 12, negative 12. Look at the sign. And C is negative 7. And our formula, x equals negative b plus or minus the square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I know it looks scary, but all we're doing is plugging in the b's and the a's where they belong. The best thing to do, like I said before, is to write it with just blanks. X equals negative blank plus or minus the square root of blank squared minus 4 blank blank all over 2 blank. Because now that I have the blanks, I'm going to just plug in the B, B, A, C, A. B, B, A, C, A. So that's why you have to know what the A, the B, and the C are. So B is, just because there's already a minus here, doesn't mean you don't put the minus. Yes, you need to put the negative 12. Then you put it again, because look, B got plugged in, then it gets plugged in again. Next to the 4, we plug in the A, which is 4, then the C, which is negative 7. Then at the bottom, it's 2 times A, which is 2 times 4. And then we start simplifying it a little bit at a time. Do the easiest stuff first. This is easy. There's only 2 things at the bottom, and it's 2 times whatever the A is. So that's 8. 2 times 4 is 8. This right here, you have to know, if B was negative 12, I put a negative 12 in, but it's getting multiplied by a negative invisible 1. So now that's a positive 12. The plus or minus sign stays there, and then we got to use our calculator to figure out what the heck all that's going to be. What is all that junk going to be? And then we get our calculator, and hopefully the batteries don't die. Yes, you have to put the parentheses, so stop asking me. Do we have to put the parentheses? Yes. If you want to get the correct answer, put all the parentheses. Uh-oh, make sure that 7 is negative 7. And then I'm getting 256. Make sure you can get 256 for that one. And 256 is a big number, so I would check it to see if it's a perfect square. And 256, if you press second x squared, 256, is it perfect means it's going to give you a perfect whole number? Yes, it's 16. So 256 is perfect, and I'm going to keep writing here. So that's really x equals 12 plus or minus 16 over 8. I don't understand what you mean by lower. No, you're not doubling. No, you don't lower it. No. You have to keep the 16. The square root of 256 is 16. The square root sign is gone now. You don't put another one. No, square root sign is gone. So now from here, we're going to keep going. 12 plus 16 over 8. What does that equal? And then 12 minus 16 over 8. What does that equal? Those are going to be your two answers, and I think everything is exact here because there's no decimals. So when you're doing that, you still need to use the alpha y equals. The alpha y equals, you put 12 plus 16 on top and the 8 at the bottom. See what that equals. 7 over 2. Yep, popped up. Sorry, my calculator's dying. So 7 over 2 is the first answer, or you could say 3.5 for a decimal. Then over here, if you put that in the calculator using alpha y equals, tell me what you get.
I got you.
What was on top? Negative what was on top? What'd you get, Peter? Negative 1 over 2. Or you can say negative 0.5. Smart, thank you. Yes, be smart and use a calculator for those. So if they give you fraction answers, it's those two. If they want decimals, it's those two.